We are back with map 2 between LiiLD.C and Insomnia. It is Turtle Rock. It is LiiLD.C in yellow in the bottom left spawn position, who is leading with 1-0, currently one map away from playing a almost flawless group stage. Of course, he lost to Miu on Tarina stand, which was, you know, not exactly a standard approach to the game by him, but still ended up winning every best of 3 so far. And he's starting once again with that half first with the Ancient of War, this time in front of the tiny green camp, as basically all the Night Elves do on Turtle Rock. Insomnia starting with early Altar. Once again, as usual, excuse me, and we're most likely going to see the IEM first once again. I think I've mentioned it a few times. Anything else but the IEM at this time was so uncommon. And let's see if the prediction is true here, and obviously it is. His opponent going for the Demon Hunter again. So, you know, of course, even though LiiLD.C doesn't necessarily need to care about the outcome of this best of 3, there's still some money to win for every single game in the Extreme Masters. So why not go for that as a motivation. Ancient of War is about to finish. Archer coming, close positions being scouted by both of them, and I guess LiiLD.C will be relieved to find that there's no humans spawning here in the bottom right spawn position. IEM about to come out. We'll see if Insomnia is once again going to try and go for the fast expansion here. Of course, on Turtle Rock, not quite as easy to pull off as it is on Echo Isles, because of the lack of mercenaries, because of the more difficult creep camps that are the more, you know, difficult to take down creeps that are guarding the gold mines. Mantle of Intelligence for the IEM first, Slippers of Agility for the Demon Hunter, so both of them with the best items possible for them right in the beginning. Looks like the IEM wants to continue creeping, wants to get the level 2 here at the second green camp, but the Wisp is going to see that. I'm assuming he's going to have to detonate it. Let's see if Insomnia is, if LiiLD.C is going to do so in time, and the answer is yes, he will. Second water metal spawned, and let's see, this time LiiLD.C will again tech with only 2 Moonbars, so of course the game on Echo Isles doesn't really give him any reason to play more defensively, to play more safely against what Insomnia has maybe to offer in terms of pressure during the tech, in terms of early pushes. And Insomnia is taking as well this time, so no fast expansion. We're most likely going to see a Rifle Caster play on tier 2. IEM reached level 2, Demon Hunter. Yeah, got a little bit of additional experience. 1, 2 archers out only? 3 archers, okay, third archer just spawned. And Scout Tower here by Insomnia is being cancelled immediately. He sees the archers marching towards the green camp, securing the level 2 for the Demon Hunter as well eventually. And let's see what Insomnia plans to do here. He's getting the shop, he's not getting the blacksmith yet. He could do so if he wanted to. LiiLD.C also sees that there's no blacksmith yet. So we'll see if it's just going to be delayed by a little bit, or if it's going to be a different approach entirely. Defense upgrade being researched by Insomnia here. So it looks like he really wants to make use of those footmen against the archers as good as he can. 5 archers out by now. And LiiLD.C is not going to be able to creep up to level 2 here, which may have been his plan. Then again, maybe he wants to go for the shop immediately, or he just wants to be aggressive and creep check Insomnia, in which case Insomnia very nicely outmaneuvered him. Getting the close-up attack here. Picked up the Boots of Speed in the middle already. I'm wondering why I didn't pick up the Dust as well. And of course LiiLD.C has to get some experience at this point. He's wasted quite a bit of time here running to the right hand side with his archers, running, you know, up here with the Steam Hunter first, running to this top left corner, and therefore, you know, at some point you gotta make the best out of the situation you've gotten yourself into, which is you know, take the creep camp if you're already there. So both of them at almost level 2.5 by now. Hunter Soul coming slightly too late here. Shop is coming for LiiLD.C as well. Militia being pulled by Insomnia, and it looks like he's gonna creep the expansion immediately here in tier 2. Panda second for the Night Elf, and yeah, we'll see a tier 2 expansion apparently. Still no blacksmith whatsoever, so he's just going to guard that with the Naga second and with a couple of defense footmen, which are of course going to be just fine against Dryads and Archers.
Our forces are under attack.
So, one Ancient of Lore coming so far. Okay, this is probably the second one. Yeah, 2 Ancient of Lore, as expected. Naga just snailing around, going towards the top right. Expansion has been grabbed by now. Flute of Accuracy, great item for Insomnia. Probably the best he could have hoped for at this particular creep camp. Panda in the meantime about to reach level 2 already as well. Ring of Protection +3 for him, maybe the worst he could have hoped for on this particular creep camp. And the Demon Hunter is going to scout the expansion by now. Insomnia is going to have to turn around if he wants to hold that. Wow, what?
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Did he miss that? Oh my goodness. Okay, fair enough. Then of course Insomnia is not gonna have to run back. Very, very lucky for Insomnia and very unfortunate for LiiLD.C missing that tier 2 expansion here. Wow, he's even ran out of lumber just for a second there, as he's produced 2 Arcane Sanctums immediately. And at the moment, yeah, both of them are just more or less running around, kinda confused. Panda was heading back to the main base, of course, to heal up, as he's taken plenty of damage by the creeps here at the Goblin Merchant.
Job's done.
And Insomnia slowly getting that expansion up. Of course, he's going to get into caster and breaker production immediately, as quickly as he can, because you know, no point in not doing that with the expansion to back him up. Demon Hunter did pick up the Staff of Preservation already, slowly closing in on level 3. Great heal potion for him, of course, hugely helpful in the meantime. Insomnia also continues creeping with those defense footmen, of course, also kind of helpful against the giant sea turtles, piercing damage, but then again, they are, so far, they have only been going for the Water Elemental. No, the Naga actually got the Scroll of the Beast. And now the Wisp is coming in, and he's going to be thinking, my goodness, how could I miss that? Yeah, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire into the units here. Of course, a heal scroll would suit Insomnia very, very well. But then again, since both of the Night Elf heroes are still on level 2, I don't really see too much of a momentum here going for LiiLD.C in terms of really achieving a lot with this aggression. Mana burn goes onto the Naga, but he's got to reposition. He can barely do any damage with only piercing against all of these defense footmen. Level 3 Demon Hunter is of course going to help. Next Breath of Fire is going to be available soon, and slowly the meat shield is melting here, and therefore Insomnia is pulling the town portal. 2 of the 5 footmen have gone down. The remainders, oh wow, that's too bad. The remainders of the army have survived. Let's see how much LiiLD.C is going to be able to pick off here. It looks like 1 more militia, and the sorceress Panda has reached level 3. Super important, of course. Yeah, Insomnia already with a tiny bit of a supply lead. He's getting 2 more breakers out. Militia are pulling back, and what's the answer here? By LiiLD.C. He's staying on tier 2 this time, again for pretty long. We'll see if he's again eventually going to go for tier 3. I mean, it worked out previously, but this is quite a different game. He's bringing the Wisp out, and I'm assuming he's going to go for a counter expansion with this. Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to be the target here, and it looks like the human player is going to get it. Another greater heal potion drop, this time picked up by the Naga, not by the Panda or Demon Hunter. And the Panda has taken a bit of damage here already. The Dryads, for whatever reason, are focusing the defense footmen, which of course are bouncing a lot of hits back. heal potion now used by the Panda. He's gotta pull back, maybe pass the staff onto the Demon Hunter in order to get staff, but he's getting out alive. Nevertheless, the Naga has the big heal potion, so she shouldn't be in any serious trouble. Then again, the Demon Hunter has the Town Portal, which I think he's going to be forced to use. And yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Naga using the big heal potion, Demon Hunter using the Town Portal. Fair enough trade for Insomnia, who only lost his defense footmen here, which weren't of great use anymore anyway. Whereas a couple of items had to be used by both of the players as well. But we can already see Insomnia slowly crawling ahead in terms of supply. 56 by now against 49, plus some items picked up here. And yeah, this one has to be cancelled. He scroll on the IEM by now, of course. Boots of Speed have been passed on to the Naga just to make her a little bit more vital and better at chasing down stuff, which is of course her one of her main purposes. Depth upgrade coming for the priests, soon for the sorceresses as well. And the next shop is going to go to Insomnia as well, as it seems. Or is going to go to Insomnia, since the first shop didn't go to him. Guess as well as this turtle did previously. Just wondering what the answer to the Dryads is, because except for the water elementals, there's not really any siege or piercing damage yet for the human player. Dryads are just slightly poking into the human base here. Of course, he doesn't want to overextend. He doesn't have a town portal, which is super risky. If Insomnia TP'd, say here, then all of the stuff inside of the base could be down. Now the town portal is coming in. Let's see where Insomnia is town porting. Actually inside of the base, and that means he's going to get 2 Dryads killed, but nothing more. I think a little bit of a more aggressive town portal would have definitely been worth it. The Demon Hunter doesn't have the staff here. My goodness, the Panda is probably going to go down. Is he going to be able to pass the staff? Heal scroll used by the Demon Hunter. Pass the staff, bro. Yeah, now he's doing it. And saving the Panda. Just in time. Guess sometimes it's in the heat of the battle not as easy to pick up on those things. Of course, whereas it is very easy to pick up on them just observing a game. Once again, Tree of Life is being produced here, and this time the chances of it coming up are a little bit better. Tier 3 has been started in the meantime, but for the next, say, minute and a half, LiiLD.C is simply going to have to rely on his 2 heroes and the Dryads.
Ah, the great outdoors.
And Insomnia didn't scout this coming up again, but I think it's kind of to be expected, so I don't know why he's not going there or not scouting it. Then again, if he pushes now and breaks it, then that's going to be even better because it cannot be cancelled. Archer, Shadow Melting here, sees the human army coming in, knows exactly what's about to happen, and I think he's not even gonna try and defend it. So fair enough, Insomnia with the perfect timing here, attacking the Tree of Life, and LiiLD.C, I guess,
Research finished.
you know, basically folding his hand here. Giving up the expansion, trying to make the best out of it, trying to go for the counter aggression again. And there again is a town portal on the IEM which could be used. The Demon Hunter did pick up a new town portal for LiiLD.C, and he's joining the army right now, so he can trade the town portals if he wants to. And at this point it will be definitely worth it, because he's killed so many peasants here inside of the human's main base. But actually Insomnia doesn't want to trade the town portals. Apparently he wants to initiate a fight here, which is super difficult because of course the Dryads are super mobile, and the Panda can once again be staffed here by the Demon Hunter. If it becomes necessary, 1 Dryad gets picked off in return, which is still very much worth it for LiiLD.C. And Insomnia, strangely enough, he's still only relying on casters and breakers.
Ready to work.
Which against the heroes is awesome, but damage output against the Dryads is still sort of lacking. Now tier 3 has finished, master upgrade is coming, LiiLD.C is staying at under 50 supply, but it's not like he's got a lot of a choice. I mean, he barely has any bank. Whereas Insomnia is up at 70 already, really getting that expansion working. And of course the Night Dive is really suffering from the fact that his expansion, you know, plans got destroyed twice already.
Job's done.
So let's see. Tome of Retraining. Okay, Blizzard again,
Forces are under attack.
which decreases his damage output against the Drides even more. But then again, since
Our town is under siege.
since LiiLD.C's got so many Drides, I guess there should always be mana to dispel the water metals anyway, so yeah, why not go for Blizzard? Then again, it provides more mana for the Drides to get rid of slow and stuff, so yeah, it's got its upside and downside. And again, the Blizzard also, there's not really a great target for the Blizzard, except for the heroes, which aren't taking too much damage by it. So not sure if it's the greatest investment, but we'll see how it turns out. He's trying to cut off the way of the Night Dive army at their escape, but he shouldn't be able to accomplish too much here. Once again, LiiLD.C got a few of the peasants killed, kind of reminiscent of the game between Fire DE and Nightwolf on Echo Isles at the very beginning of this tournament, where sort of the same thing happened, only that Nightwolf did have a Dark Range instead of a Demon Hunter, but he was just running around punishing Fire DE for not having his expansion and his main base properly towered up. And I think, given the economic situation that Insomnia is in, why not just get like 3 guard towers at both of his bases and, you know, be done with this harassment nonsense. But so far he decides not to do so. It's just trying to outsmart his opponent by, you know, having the better unit movement across the map. And in the meantime, LiiLD.C starts collecting a couple of bears in his main base. Of course, he cannot bring them with his army yet, because they are lacking the mobility that the Dryads and Heroes have at the moment, and would be more or less free pickoffs for the human army.
The sleeper has awakened.
3 bears out at the moment, which isn't a very impressive number yet, especially given the size of this human army. Again, Insomnia has been working with a huge economy advantage for a while, obviously.
Locked and loaded.
Okay, and now he's adding not mortar teams, but riflemen in order to increase his damage output against the Dryads. Riflemen, which I guess if the army is as huge as this is, are alright. You know, they don't have as much damage output against the Dryads as mortar teams do, but then again, they kind of prevent the Dryads from just running into a good position against the casters and the mortar teams, which aren't there, and to snipe them out, because if the Dryads get too close by against a decent number of riflemen, say 5 riflemen or so, then they will just easily get picked off one by one. So it has its upsides and its downsides, of course. Riflemen are being eaten by bears very easily. Once again, some harassment going on. Nice block by Insomnia, securing 1 kill on one of the Dryads, and once again, LiiLD.C's was already close to the main base, but then again, the upside of Turtle Rock is, of course, that the base and the expansion are very, very close together, and therefore it's not as easy to do harassment at both locations and really stretch out the human army too much. Alright, we're up at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bears. So if Insomnia loses this, then it's definitely because he's given LiiLD.C way too much time. He's up at 77 supply against 78 of Insomnia. Insomnia's got 1,000 gold though. He could get more farms. He's getting a workshop right now, so alright, we'll probably see and tier 3, alright, so maybe even mortar teams with the splash upgrade. Maybe something completely crazy. Like tanks against one base don't really make any sense, so it's gotta be mortar teams. And he's going finally for the aggression right now. I'm not curious if he's really wanna fight, willing to fight at the moment. The position for the bears isn't really the greatest as well though, so now they're streaming in, and there's the town portal coming by the human player. Yes, of course, he's got 1,500 gold in the bank. He's getting to tier 3, he's adding another tech structure. He doesn't wanna fight yet, as his army is going to grow a lot stronger in the next, say, 3 minutes. I guess in the next 3 minutes he's not really gonna wanna fight. Whereas LiiLD.C, he spent all of his gold. He's gotten himself into as good of a position as he could possibly do. He's won, like, he's gotten up to a similar army size with a tech advantage against a human who's had an expansion for such a long time, which means his harassment must have really shown great effect. And now he's getting the Scourge Bone Chimes on top of that. But of course, Insomnia, known for his love for the tier 3 human army compositions. He can add Inner Fire here, he can add Knights, could even add Polymorph, which I don't think is gonna happen, but maybe he'll surprise us. He did it once in a while.
Our warriors have engaged.
Item-wise, he's already looking super strong. 4 heal scrolls, 2 inmove potions, a town portal. No upgrades yet, which is a bit surprising. Where's the blacksmith? Okay, 0-1 just finishing, 1-1 following right afterwards. Gloves of Haste picked up here, and one of the red camps is even gonna go to LiiLD.C right now, whereas Insomnia is going to get the second one. And he's broken into high upkeep by now, adding, yeah, mortar teams and the fragmentation shards upgrade. Of course, with tier 3, he could also add the paladin if he wanted to, which definitely would suit him pretty nicely. What did LiiLD.C get here? Helm of Valor, not great, whereas the Hood of Cunning, also not too great.
Our gold mine
Guess
has
both of them
collapsed.
would have hoped for an aura here, but didn't get one. So the main is gone. Mains are gone for both of them, I guess. LiiLD.C's main should have been gone a little while earlier than Insomnia, since Insomnia was suffering a little bit from the Dryad harassment here previously. And it looks like the main priority for LiiLD.C right now is to get the Panda up to level 5, which he's not quite there yet, but soon, if he takes this one, he will be level 5. In the meantime, Insomnia 96 supply, and he's going to be up at 99 once this mortar team comes out.
I smell magic.
Second defense upgrade for the breakers is coming. No upgrades for the mortar teams yet. He can add, should probably add an attack upgrade eventually, but he spent all of his gold, so this is about as good as it gets army wise for Insomnia. Whereas LiiLD.C still barely has the gold to, you know, do anything. He's not going to go up into high upkeep. The Panda has reached level 5 by now. Demon Hunter almost there as well against the level 5 AM and almost level 4 Naga of the human. Tree of Eternity, we've seen it, did research Nature's Blessing, so he's going to move a lot faster now than if he hadn't done so. So LiiLD.C wants to get this, you know, expansion, if you will, up, and Insomnia's got about 3,500 gold in his mine left in order to cross those plans. And it looks like now we're finally going to see the engagement. As I said, 99 supply, 1-2 upgrades on the breakers, adept Zorks, adept priests, no upgrades on the mortar teams except for the fragmentation shards, of course, which is insanely good. 4 heal scrolls, 2 inmove potions, 2-1 upgrades on the night elf units, 79 supply for LiiLD.C. The Panda is immediately taking plenty of damage. He's got the big heal potion, which he's gonna have to use soon here. Didn't really get great damage out so far. Demon Hunter has also taken plenty of damage already. The Breath of Fire against the cast is awesome, but heal scrolls, 2 of them have been used already. Panda has to fall back right now. The Blizzard is doing so much damage. Of course, level 5 AM really starting to work here. And the Breaker Front is standing strong. As I said, 2 defense upgrades. Still 2 heal scrolls available. I think, okay, one of them is probably on cooldown, but I think the one on the AM shouldn't be anymore, and he's using that one right now. The bears have to fall back. Town Portal has to be used by the Demon Hunter. 2 more bears are going to fall, and this third one might fall as well. There's 23 supply left against 85, and Insomnia crushing LiiLD.C in this fight, not even dropping down to low upkeep again. And holding this Tree of Life is going to be, I think calling it a daunting task would be a bit of an understatement. Naga closing in on level 5, AM closing in on level 6. The Demon Hunter, by the way, far off from getting there. And the Panda, you know, before the fight he was exactly on level 5 and he barely gained any XP. And there's the GG by LiiLD.C, realizing that there's no way in hell he can come back into this game. And Insomnia ties the series here. I think, like in the beginning, when the Demon Hunter walked past the expansion so closely, Insomnia was out on the middle of the map. I think had LiiLD.C scouted the expansion at this point, the entire game could have gone so differently. But he didn't. I guess it's also his own fault. I mean, you know, he could have just moved his Demon Hunter a little bit closer just to be absolutely sure. But I guess he wanted to cut as many corners as possible. And then, of course, with the expansion to back him up, he was able to cancel the counter expansion twice. And he should have been able, in my opinion, to finish that game after like 15, 16 minutes already. But LiiLD.C was able to waste some of his time, was able to get, you know, at least a decent army out. I wouldn't necessarily say to get back into the game, but he at least got a decent army out. Insomnia took his time. I guess in hindsight, the right decision. Went to tier 3, got the 100 supply, got perfect items, good upgrades, everything he needed in order to take down the Night Elf army. And it was obvious that LiiLD.C, of course, couldn't keep up in terms of items, in terms of army size, because of the lack of his expansion. Gold mined about 5,000 more for Insomnia, plus another 5,000 more, which he lost to upkeep. So in total, 10,000 additional gold mined for Insomnia, which clearly is the main reason why he ended up winning here, which means the series is tied. And we're going the full distance one last time in the group stage, at least one last time, which is visible for us here in the group stage. And last map is going to be Secret Valley.